Texas's secret airplane graveyard. What lies beneath the dust? There are places in America that feel like portals, places where time slows down, and the wind whispers stories you were never meant to hear. And in the endless horizon of Texas, beneath the golden sun and the hum of cicadas, lies one such place, a graveyard, not for people but for planes. Forgotten fighter jets, rusting wings, engines that once screamed across the sky, now silent, buried under decades of dust. This is the story of the Texas airplane graveyard, a secret most Americans don't even know exists. 1. Discovery in the dust. It started not with an investigation, but with a rumor. In 2016, a railway worker near Temple, Texas, noticed strange metal shapes glinting through the trees. At first, he thought it was farm equipment, but as he got closer, his breath caught. There, half buried in red dirt and weeds, were 3 military jets. Their paint faded, canopies shattered, tail numbers still visible beneath layers of grime. 2 were unmistakable Grumman F-14 Tomcats, the same model that roared through Top Gun. Beside them lay an F-4 Phantom, its nose cone cracked open like a fossil. No signs, no warnings, just ghosts of war sleeping under the Texas sun. Soft tension music rises. Photos leaked online. Aviation enthusiasts went wild. How did these end up here? Are they part of a museum? Why would the military abandon million-dollar jets in the woods? No one had an official answer, but the mystery only deepened. 2. The Forgotten Chain. To understand this place, you have to rewind to the 1940s and 50s, when America built planes faster than the sky could hold them. After World War II, bases across the U.S. were filled with bombers, fighters, transports, thousands of them. But peace came with a problem. What do you do with an army of machines built for war? Some were scrapped for metal. Some were stored in Boneyard's vast deserts, where planes lined up like soldiers, waiting for one last call. One of those Boneyards was in Texas, the Pyote Air Force Base, nicknamed Rattlesnake Bomber Base. In the 1940s, it housed over 600 bombers, and by the 1960s, it was a ghost town of aluminum skeletons. As the years passed, other bases quietly followed. Some aircraft were sold for parts, others loaned to private companies for testing or training, and a few somehow slipped through the cracks. 3. The Secret Yard. So what about the planes near Temple? Experts believe they were once used for mechanic training, later decommissioned and dumped when their programs ended. No official record lists them. No one claims ownership. And yet they sit there, pieces of history, left to fade. If you fly a drone over the area, you'll see them. Shapes of wings breaking the green canopy, cockpits cracked open, metal ribs exposed like bones. Nature is winning the slow war. Grass grows through engines. Wasps nest in turbines. Rust paints the metal a deep, tragic orange. It's haunting, beautiful, and a little bit sad. Gentle ambient background. Water, insects, wind, narrator. Standing there feels like stepping into another world. You can almost hear the echoes. Pilots shouting across hangars. The roar of takeoff. Then silence. The kind of silence that tells you everything has an ending. 4. Why Texas? Why are so many planes buried here of all places? Simple. The climate. Texas is hot, dry, and wide open. The perfect conditions for storing metal without rapid corrosion. That's why, even today, the U.S. military keeps boneyards in dry regions, most famously in Arizona, but also in parts of Texas and New Mexico. Old DC-10s, C-130s, even Air Force One prototypes have been parked in Texas dust. Some get cannibalized for parts, some are restored by museums, and others simply wait. Decades pass and the desert doesn't care. 5. The Pilgrims of Rust. Every year, a handful of explorers, historians, and photographers make the trip, a pilgrimage through barbed wire, scrubland, and scorching heat, to find these forgotten machines. They document the decay. They tell stories. They give these planes one last flight through memory and image. But not everyone is welcome. Much of this land is private property, and trespassing could mean trouble. The best way to explore is with permission, or through the eyes of those who already went. Still, there's something magnetic about it. The call of rust, the poetry of ruin. 6. What these planes teach us. If you look past the broken wings, you'll find a deeper story. These aircraft were once symbols of power, technological marvels, built to protect, to dominate the skies. But time humbled them. Now they remind us that even the strongest creations fade. It's a lesson about progress, pride, and impermanence. Every bolt and rivet tells a story of pilots who trusted their lives to machines, of engineers who dreamed of touching the edge of the atmosphere, of a nation that built too much, too fast. And now, all that remains is quiet. Music fades to a hopeful melody. Narrator. Maybe that's why we're drawn to places like this. Not just for adventure, but to remember. To stand among the wreckage and feel both small and infinite. Because one day, all of our creations, planes, cities, even stories, will return to dust. But for now, as the sun sets over the Texas horizon, those forgotten jets still glimmer in the fading light. Proof that even when we fall silent, our echoes remain. If you enjoyed this journey into the forgotten corners of Texas, hit that like button, subscribe for more hidden places and strange histories. And remember, some secrets aren't meant to be feared. They're meant to be found. See you in the next exploration.